But yeah, I'm just chilling at home. I'm by myself right now. World's kind of crazy with the outbreak, and the whole world's in a state of emergency right now. So what better time to get streaming again when we're all forced to stay home and not go anywhere. So that's what we're doing right now. It's pretty surreal, just kind of how everything has changed and how no one who's alive right now has seen anything like this. And it's just really crazy. Like, this is going to be a period in my life that I never ever forget, to where just basically the entire world is completely different than it was a week ago. And I don't think that's an experience that many people can relate to. At least many people in history. I mean, obviously we're all going through it right now, and with our own different struggles and everything. But yeah, it just sucks. You can't go out. You can't go to restaurants. They're all closed. Some have like takeout and drive-through, but that's all that's allowed to be open. Everything's in a state of emergency. We're encouraged to quarantine ourselves and not leave our houses. All of my classes have been moved to online, and I'm a music major, so I have piano class and I do instrumental lessons, and all that is becoming so crazy and difficult just because we have to do everything over video calls, and in the arts, not everything works that way. And so it's just a lot of having to deal with changes in a very with very short notice, with no warning. I mean, I was on spring break, and right before spring break I traveled to Las Vegas. I'm in the band at my college, and we traveled for the women's tournament, the women's basketball tournament. And we got back, and everything, was still pretty tame, relatively. When we got back from that was just, I think it was Wednesday through the weekend right before spring break. And then, so, everything was normal. We had fun. We went to Las Vegas and, had a good time. Came back, and by the end of spring break, we had 100 emails from our school telling us of everything is changing and how things are going to continue to rapidly change, and nothing's going to be the way that we thought it would be just a week ago when we were going on spring break. We were happy. We were celebrating a week off of school. Little did we know how different everything would look when we came back. It's just so strange how, for me and my friends who are in school with me, just how perfect that timing was, to where like it was this like, it was already kind of a barrier of separation in schedule, and that was when kind of everything changed. And so we basically came back to school in a different world, and I still haven't quite accepted it. It's still just all so strange, but we'll get through it. And I'm sure in a year from now I'm going to listen to this VOD, and it's going to be crazy. Just to think back on this time right now. So I guess that's kind of one reason I'm talking about it. It's just, I don't know, keeping a record of history, I'll never forget this period of time. We're just starting, so I don't even know what it's going to become, but it's hard to forget events. It's easy to forget how the events made you feel. And so, sometimes having a voice recording of that from that time is helpful.